Hello and welcome friends to channel Effective Engineer. So in this video we will learn about the buoyancy and flotation. First I will explain you the concept of buoyancy and flotation and then we will solve some problems related to it. So let us start. Object feels lighter and weightless in liquid than air. This must be due to some vertical force which is upward in direction which reduce the weight of object. So now let us understand this with example. You might have experienced that when you carry any body in air, you feel its weight is more, and when the same body when you carry it in water, okay, or any fluid, so when this body, the portion of this body is some of the portion is under fluid and some of it in air. So in this case you feel that the weight of object is less, the body has become lighter. Now this is due to this upward force. This is called as buoyant force which acts on that body, and due to this you feel that the body has reduced its weight. Now there is one principle called as Archimedes principle which is related to buoyancy. So what it tells is when body is immersed in fluid either fully or partially, it is lifted up by force which is equal to weight of fluid displaced by body, and this force is called as buoyant force. So this term is very important, weight of fluid which is displaced by body. In always calculating the buoyant force you have to calculate this weight of fluid which is displaced by body. अगर ये calculate कर लिया तो हर कोई problem आप easily solve कर सकते हो. Okay. So now there are two cases of the buoyant force. The first one is the buoyant force which acts on complete submerged body. Okay. So now suppose this is one plate having thickness h and this is at the distance s from the free surface of water. Okay, ये पूरी submerged है and the density of fluid is rho f and having surface area a. Okay, so hydrostatic force which will act on this top surface of the plate will be equal to, now hydrostatic force will be it is as we know pressure is equal to force per unit area. So hydrostatic force will be pressure into area. Now pressure in the case of submerged body is equal to rho gh. Okay, so rho of fluid into g and into h, that is distance of that plate from free surface which is equal to s multiplied by area. So as pressure is equal to force per unit area, so this pressure force, that is hydrostatic force, become pressure into area. Pressure is equal to rho gh multiplied by area. Okay, so F1, that is force on the top plate of surface, will be equal to density of fluid multiplied by g, that is gravity, into s, that is distance from free surface, into area. Now similarly on bottom surface, pressure is equal to force per unit area. We have to find this hydrostatic pressure force on lower side, this side. Okay, so it will be pressure into area. Pressure is equal to rho gh, but now h, total height will be s plus h because this thickness also comes, so we have to add s plus h. So it becomes rho of fluid into g multiplied by s plus h into a. Okay, so this is the hydrostatic force which will act on bottom surface. Now this hydrostatic force F2 is more than F1. Okay, so subtracting F2 minus F1, so this subtraction become rho f g multiplied by h into a. So this s gets cancelled. Okay, so now this is your buoyant force, that is Fb is equal to rho of fluid into g. Now ha is volume, thickness multiplied by area is volume. So this is the buoyant force equation, rho of fluid into g into v. So this is equal to the weight of fluid displaced by body. Okay, so suppose this is cylinder which is totally submerged in any fluid. So in this case the same will happen. We have to find buoyant force which is always equal to the weight of fluid displaced by body. So this is we know this equation, density is equal to mass per unit volume. So you have to find the weight. So multiplied this by g, इधर मल्टीप्लाई किया तो इधर भी करना पड़ेगा, ये वॉल्यूम इधर भेज दो. सो W इज इक्वल टू V इंटू जी इंटू रो. ओके, सो दिस विल बी अ रो ऑफ फ्लूइड, नॉट रो ऑफ बॉडी. सो इधर बहुत लोग मिस्टेक कर देते हैं, ये बॉडी का डेंसिटी ले लेते हैं, बट दिस इज द डेंसिटी ऑफ फ्लूइड. सो योर फाइनल इक्वेशन बिकम डेंसिटी ऑफ फ्लूइड इंटू जी एंड वॉल्यूम इज टोटल वॉल्यूम आएगा क्योंकि पूरा वॉल्यूम वाटर को डिस्प्लेस कर रहा है क्योंकि पूरी बॉडी सबमर्ज्ड है. ओके, सो पूरा वॉल्यूम आएगा. सो इट विल इक्वल टू h इंटू a. ओके, सो सिमिलरली यू कैन रिमेंबर दिस इक्वेशन और बाय दिस यू कैन सॉल्व डेंसिटी इज इक्वल टू मास पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम and then multiplying by g and arranging the terms, this is also the way, or you can directly remember this equation, and only you have to see the volume whether it is fully submerged or partially submerged, and accordingly you have to take the volume. Okay, these are some three cases related to rotational stability of complete submerged body. The rotational stability of an immersed body depends on the relative locations of center of gravity of body and center of buoyancy. Okay, now center of buoyancy is the point at through which the buoyant force act. So the first case is an immersed body is stable if the bottom body is heavy and thus G is directly below the point of B. Any rotational disturbance in this body produce a restoring moment and return the body back to its original position. So in this case the center of buoyancy point is upward and G is downward. Okay, so this is stable body. Now second case is neutrally stable body. In this, a body for which G and B coincides is neutrally stable. This is the case of body for whose density is constant throughout. There is neither restoring moment nor overturning moment after giving smaller angular displacement. Now this is third body which is unstable. So an immersed body whose center of gravity is directly above the point B, that is center of buoyancy. This is unstable body and any disturbance will cause body to turn upside down. So this is the case of top heavy bodies. Now this is second case of buoyant force which acts on partially submerged body. Okay, so you can see this body which is partially submerged. Some of the portion is above water and some is below water. Now in this case, how to find the buoyant force? Similarly, we know density is equal to mass per unit volume. We have to find the weight of fluid displaced by body multiplied by G. So by multiplying here, we also have to multiply this side and shift this volume term to this side. So your buoyant force become rho GV, and so density of fluid multiplied by G into volume. Now volume is the weight of fluid which is displaced by body. Only we have to take that volume which displaces the fluid. So in this case, this area and multiplied by the length will be equal to x, not h. Okay, only this length displaces the fluid. Okay, so it will be x into a. So final equation of buoyant force is density of fluid multiplied by G multiplied by a into x. Now these are some three cases. If your body density is less than the density of fluid, then it will float. If your density of body is equal to the density of fluid, then it will be a suspended body. It will neither float nor sink. And if your density of body is greater than density of fluid, then definitely that body will sink. Now let us solve some problems related to buoyancy. So the first one is 90% of iceberg volume is below surface and only 10% is visible, which is above surface. Density of sea water is 10125 kg per meter cube, and you have to find the density of iceberg. Okay, so this is the very important equation in case of partially submerged body. ये note down कर लो. Volume of submerged body divided by the total volume of body is equal to the density of body divided by density of fluid. So what is given? Volume of submerged body is given. So 0.90% of iceberg is submerged. So 0.9 V. Okay, divided by total will be V is equal to rho of body, that is rho of density of iceberg divided by density of fluid, which is given 10125. So putting all the value, so density V cancel हो जाएगा. Density of iceberg will be equal to 922.5 kg per meter cube. Now this is second problem, in which one body is tied by string to the downward, and you have to find the tension in the string. You have to find this tension. It is having area A, height h, the height of body which is submerged, that is small h, and this is rho, that density of fluid. Okay, so for equilibrium condition, weight of body, now weight of body will be directed downward. So weight of body plus tension is also, you can see this is downward arrow. So weight of body plus tension equal to buoyant force. Now buoyant force always act vertically upward. So this weight of body plus tension equal to buoyant force. This will be downward, this will be upward. So W plus T is equal to FB. So tension become FB minus W. Now what is buoyant force? It is a weight of fluid displaced by body. So density is equal to mass upon volume. Rho of fluid into G multiplied by A, volume is equal to A into H. H, because this is only a submerged, so this only volume will be displaced by the body. So the capital H will come, so it will be equal to A into H minus weight of body. Now weight of body means density of solid body into G, and volume will be equal to, as it is a weight, so whole volume will come, that is A into H. So in this case you have to take surface area multiplied by total height of body H. So in the submerged condition it will be small h, and for whole body, to find the weight of body, whole H will come. Okay, so tension by rearranging terms, it will be equal to rho of fluid multiplied by small h minus rho of body into capital H multiplied by GA. So this will be a tension in the string. Now this is third problem, in which one body, wooden block you can say, is partially submerged in the density of fluid rho, and you have to find the specific gravity of wooden block. These are given thing: its area, its total length, its CG point, that is center of gravity point, and center of buoyancy point. So this is a distance between these two is giving, that is 0.15 L is the distance between these 2 points, and you have to find the specific gravity of wooden block. We know specific gravity density, it is equal to the density of body divided by density of standard fluid. Okay, so as this is water, it is a standard fluid, so you have to take ratio of this. Now this is called as specific gravity. You must know this terms: specific gravity, specific density. Okay, they can ask any, like from any point of view they can ask in exam, and you must know these small terms. So let us start. So now there is one important thing, that always remember, center of gravity is a point which acts which is at the middle of the body. Okay, so now your distance, total distance is L, then the distance above this CG will be L by 2, and below this CG will be L by 2. Similarly the submerged distance, that is, इसके ऊपर तो पानी है. Okay, so total submerged distance, that is height, is x. So point of buoyancy is always is at middle of that submerged whole body. So below this center of buoyancy the distance will be x by 2, and in upward direction it will be x by 2 till its submerged point. Okay, so x by 2, this will be L by 2, L by 2. Now we know this weight of body is equal to buoyant force. So calculating this, weight of body is density of body into G multiplied by whole volume L into A. Similarly buoyant force equal to density of fluid into G into submerged volume, that will be A into X. This is only a submerged height. Okay, so A into X will be submerged volume. So you have to find density of body upon density of standard fluid, which will be equal to, rearranging terms, it will be equal to X by L. And now by solving, you can see here this distance is L by 2, and L by 2 minus this is given 0.15 L. So when you subtract L by 2 minus 0.5 L, you get X by 2. Okay, so L by 2 minus this 0.15 L, which will be equal to X by 2. Okay, so taking L common, 1 by 2 minus 0.5 is equal to X by 2. So subtracting this, 0.35 L equal to X by 2, and X equal to 0.7 L. So we have to find the specific gravity of wooden block. Density of body upon density of fluid is equal to specific gravity, which is equal to X by L from this equation, and X is 0.7 L divided by L. L gets cancelled, so it is equal to 0.7. Okay, so density, specific gravity of wooden block is 0.7. So its density will be equal to 700 kg per meter cube. Okay, so this was all about the buoyancy and flotation. I hope your concepts related to buoyancy or flotations are clear. So thanks for watching video. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you.